All right, I'm here with two New Orleans residents who lived in the 9th Ward at the time of Hurricane Katrina. Would you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Name's David Gonzalez.
I'm Dixie Gonzalez.
Okay, David and Dixie Gonzalez. Where did you reside on August 29, 2005?
816 Gordon Street, Lower 9th.
So you were in the lower 9?
Yes.
Tell us basically, Hurricane Katrina came on the 29th, and you guys stayed through Katrina, correct?
Yes.
How many stayed? Was it you, your husband, and...
A neighbor next door.
And you have any pets?
Yeah, we did. We had 1 dog, 4 cats.
So tell us, from your view, what did you basically experience as Katrina came through?
Well, the 29th, the wind blew hard. It was sheets and sheets of rain, and a tree blew down. Oh, we couldn't get off the porch. We were stranded. So about the first night we were there, I'm hearing all these things go off on the levee, and I looked at the levee. I said, what are they doing, shooting off firecrackers? He said, no, blowing up the levee.
So you actually heard the explosion?
Heard and saw.
Oh, and saw.
And you saw it?
I saw it.
Yeah.
What did you see?
We couldn't see really that close, but we could see close enough. We seen the helicopters come over the levee, and I think they were dropping package charges and dropping them on the levee and let them blow up there. But they might have sent some guys from the helicopter down there to work on it to blow it up right there.
Okay, so you heard the explosion, you saw the helicopters.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that people need to realize, the city of New Orleans is basically like a fishbowl.
Yeah,
And so as Katrina came through, the 17th Street Canal broke. Well, we know that breached. The water began to rise in the city. So as that bowl filled up, they had to relieve it, and that's how they did it, by blowing the levee, right?
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I'm pretty sure they did.
So the levee blew and the water began to recede. What did you guys do at that point?
Well, we still there. We spent the night there 2 nights in a row. And by the time that next morning come, it might have went down a little bit, but it wasn't that much yet. And that's when the boats that were picking up people picked us up, and they took us to the St. Claude Bridge.
Yeah.
From there, we walked over to St. Claude Bridge, and we caught a army. Yeah, what was it?
Army truck.
Army truck, and it took us to the Superdome.
Wait, so you went to the Superdome?
Right.
All right, now on the news we heard many reports of children being raped, murders.
Yeah.
Tell us, what did you experience at the Louisiana Superdome during your stay following Hurricane Katrina?
They had a guy, he jumped from the top of the Superdome straight down, and they had about maybe 9 women and 1 girl got raped.
Now, there was rumor about a big party, just an alcoholic party up in the VIP section.
Yeah, that's right.
And the last time we spoke, you say that the National Guard would show up in the morning to drop off rations, and you didn't see him again until that night, correct?
No.
That night.
He had gone up. One of them had gone up because there was a lot of noise and stuff coming from the VIP section of the dome. They were all drinking. A National Guardsman went in to see what was going on. One of them took his gun and shot him.
So they took the gun from the guardsman and killed the guardsman?
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
It was chaos. Everybody was doing their number 2 job and number 1 job on the floor.
Yeah, but
Saw a woman in there having a baby. She got up some kind of way, and she just left the baby. That was the most horrible thing I have ever seen in my life.
it stunk so much in the Superdome, you had to go outside and lay.
And that water came in so fast, we were floating out the door. We couldn't walk on our floor anymore. We were floating out the door. That's how fast that water came in that day. That morning at 6:30.
And how deep did the water get actually in your residence?
Shoot, about 7 foot. I know we were on the roof of the porch. I was sitting on a planter. It was a real high planter. And he sat me on top of that, and he got on top of that.
All right, so your dog came out on the porch, and what did your dog do?
He, well, first when he came out, he had our shoes in his mouth. He brought them out on the porch. And we didn't want him to stay over on that porch. So we had some neighbors with a 2-story house across the street. So she called our dog over there, and he swam over there. But when he was over there and he looked back at us, he swam back over on Gordon and got in the tree that fell and stayed with us all night long around there.
So that was the last time you saw your pet?
He came around. He stayed in that tree all night.
And that morning we got him in.
We got him in, and he was sitting there half buying sausages, and he was shaking and everything. He hurt his little paw, and he ate those buying sausages. Then this boy came around in real big inner tube, he and his dad.
That sucker.
And he got me, my husband, and our dog.
He got us one at a time. He got you first in the inner tube.
Yeah.
And he went across. Then he come back across with the same inner tube. And I got in it, and my dog got in my lap. And we went across the street in that 2-story house. And we waited till the boat came. And
right.
The boat came. And we had to leave the dog there.
What would you like to say to President Bush as far as what they have not done for the city?
Really say it.
You can say it.
I say to him that he's never been in a catastrophe like that, and he ought to be in one sometime, because he's done nothing for the people of Louisiana. He's done nothing for the mentally ill here. He's done nothing but the homeless here, sleeping out in the streets, mental patients getting out because they don't have nowhere to go. Him, Nagin, and Blanco ought to have been in there instead of riding the helicopters above us.
So with the fact that they blew these levees, would I be justified in stating that George Bush is a murderer?
Yeah, he is. He's also a drunk. Got a drunk running our country.
This is going to bring back a lot of memories for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now let's hope that the people will be informed, and the next time another Katrina comes to New Orleans, and it will, that we get a better response from our government.
I hope so.
Thank you guys, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.